What's going out there? What's going on, world? It's your boy Reggie Smith right here, man. CEO, entrepreneur slash artist, head of Mr. Work Smart, Work Smart 24/7. Sorry, y'all. I've been ripping and running all week. I'm quite tired. Just want to go over some things with y'all for my fellow artists out there. This is going to be the official Work Smart YouTube channel. I will have tons of videos here showing you helpful hints on how to better promote, how to better market, and even raise money for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, um, tell you a little bit about myself. Well, I've really been doing music all my life. I could say since I was like 12, 11 years old. But I really didn't take it that serious till I turned like 23, 24. You know, the peak of the digital era. During that time, I focused a lot on just recording and like developing my craft. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't putting out songs. I really wasn't going to the studio. All I was doing was getting beats and just practicing my flow, writing. And from that point, of course, it developed an urge to, I could say, around '05, '06, take it professionally. Like, 'cause a lot of people said I was good. All my peers said I was pretty gifted at it. So, I wanted to take it to the next level. So my uncle, he reached out to me, and from that point, we started going to studios and different events and different occasions, to better promote myself. Um, Over the last past 3 to 5 years, we was real heavy on just recording material, and then Facebook, MySpace, all these sites appeared. So I had tons of music just to release, and that's what I did, whether the quality was A1 or not, because I guess it was really about content that they didn't know what to do with. So I thought it would just really just push it out there. If you got it out there, push it, somebody will find it. But as you can see, about 2 years after that, nothing happened. I mean, I gained a small fan base. I gained a couple of sales even off my music, but I really didn't obtain no fan base that I can, really build with over time. So I could say like over the past year or so, I just got into marketing, period, online, better brand myself as an artist. And I came across some astonishing facts. Like a lot of us artists is out here doing it and promoting it, just hoping that somebody can invest in us or take the time out to say, "Hey, I like your music. Let me do the marketing for you." But really, that's far fetched from today's time. It's really do it yourself. I mean, there's so many services out here as artists that we can adapt, and learn how to use to better our careers and to get the attentions of those higher powers that we search for to push our career forward. But as I get into this marketing, I develop Work Smart 24/7 strictly for anybody looking to market and brand their business, but specialty and artists, because that's me myself. So I always bring my passion with me. Um, so I wanted to really circle around artists, all different resources, tools, and hints and tips for artists to help market and brand themselves. If you ever on Facebook, don't hesitate to look up Work Smarter 24/7 and just to check out all the content there. Some real helpful hints on how to develop yourself as an artist and how to better market yourself. So when you do put that music out there, you have some fans that catch on to it, and more importantly, it's information that you can obtain from those fans to better promote and sell to them over the future. So for all my artists out there, man, my first question to you, and I'm on my phone, I have all these things written down. So another thing artists should do, even though we writing all these lyrics for those that do, and it's best to better write out your plan as an artist. Write out your plan for a mixtape. Write out your plan for a particular album that you're about to release. Just so you can have a guided step on an end result, particular project or album you're trying to release. But my first question for them would be, what are your long-term goals in the music career? I mean, is it to be signed? Is it to be partnered with a particular company, or is it to be self-employed tour and do shows all over the world? Off your own resources and off your own merit. So that's one of the key things you need to do with when you first start doing music. I mean, none of this stuff I even thought about back when I first started doing music. But actually, like, what is you trying to get out of doing music? Other than spreading it to the world. That's good to have. Next question would be, uh, do you see who do you see as your ideal fan? So fans Jay-Z, I would be fans will probably be people who like working for themselves, people who like being their own bosses, people who like adapting different business models to help further the culture of hip hop music. So those would be the artists I'll be rapping to or telling my story to, in other words. So it's real important to know who your ideal fan is, because if you just don't know, you're rapping for everybody, and you're not gonna, you know, grasp no real fan that you will want to make that proper connection with. But say, for instance, if I was looking for a particular thing in a particular female, right? I would know what to do to get her. Like, I know that she likes with fly shoes, right? So I would do what I can to make sure my shoes are seen to that person to make that connection. And it's the similar thing with rapping. Like, figure out what you embody as an artist and who your ideal fan are. It really speed up the process of you building your fan base. Another question I had: how do you typically communicate with your fans? And that's the biggie. I mean, we got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, um, so many various social media platforms that you can use to help brand yourself, you know. But how do you really communicate with your fans? Because all these social networks, it's a lot of noise. And by noise, I mean it can be a lot of confusion or a lot of distractions. That's why um, most artists like intimate concerts bigger than big concerts, because you can really reach out to the fans, make that connection, right? So how do you communicate with your fans? I mean, I would prefer uh, email or text, so you can really know um, what your fan likes about you, and you can further update them on any offers, specials, or releases you might be having down the line. I mean, it's so many software programs. That's what WorkSmart has. I'm partnered up with a marketing software company who has all these tools to help businesses communicate with their customers or fans. So it's biggie to know to use to communicate with your fans. I mean, another thing about Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter is that not only is there a lot of distraction, sometimes it can get kind of tiresome, to talk to every single one of your fans. Especially, I mean, it might be cool if you got when that 50 to 100 turn to 200 and turn to 500, turn to 1,000. You're gonna need more faster and efficient ways to communicate with them. So why not just dip into a couple of softwares? A couple of them I know, FanBridge, that's a good one to use. A lot of people use Mailchimp or Aweber. I use Magic Responder, which is in the Work Smart bundle. And the reason I use this particular autoresponder, which is a reoccurring email message, I mean to lose y'all. It's a email software that gives out email messages based on how you set up, to further communicate with your fans. So once you collect all these addresses, email addresses or text with numbers, you can send them text messages or email messages, over a period of time, including the one I'm operating on now. And to help you market, I mean, I don't want to be everywhere. Like I said, it's about having everything in a certain place so you can access it quick. You know what I mean? But oh man, another question: how important is it for you to build relationships with your listeners? One of the biggest questions: how important is it to build a relationship? Let me just ask you this. How important is it to know about the things you want to purchase? Whether that be shoes, clothes, a car, maybe. You will want to know a certain stat of knowledge or a certain stat of history on that purchase. And there's no difference in me doing my business. You know, they want to have some type of relationship with me where help them further make a purchase from my CD. You know what I'm saying? Like if I constantly communicate with them on a weekly or monthly basis, just to give them more insight, or by being more social on my social network. So I could just say, check me out on Facebook and Instagram. You know, I'm constantly giving people my life. I'm constantly giving people what I'm up to, just to help build a connection, relate, or find some common ground so we can build, because that's what it's about. And maybe down the line, they can help me with some things I'm going through, or I can help them with some of the things they're going through. So it's very important in any aspect of business to build a relationship. It just makes everything run smoother. Of that, in my opinion. Next question. How do you plan to promote your music and interact with fans outside of social media? Now, this kind of ties into my earlier question, which was how do you typically communicate with your fans? Now, this one was, how do you plan to promote your music and interact with your fans outside of social media? That's a lot of y'all. I don't know. But like I said, technology, you need to work with it, because we're only one person. We have lives, we have kids, we have families, we have, life to live. So, yeah, and saying that, alongside that, we still want to run our businesses and function correctly. You know what I'm saying? When we're trying to communicate with our fans and customers and such. Some of the ways outside of social media to communicate with your fans, first of all, I would say build a website or get an email marketing software. Get email marketing website. So therefore, or a phone number. That's the real key. So you can send them instant texts. Any offline abilities that you can do, like hosting events, maybe album release parties, behind the scenes, just give fans a little bit more of yourself, like I'm doing now. Find any way you can to communicate with your fans outside of the social media, because like I said, sometimes everybody's not on social media. Sometimes people don't even check their social medias but once a week. I mean, it's just how it is. So you have to find ways to connect with them people outside of social media, man. It's many, but two of the biggie ones, like I said, is get that website so you can get that email address and you can send them email messages, or get a number so you can do text messaging, or hold events that's offline. All those are great ways. And last but not least, an effective digital music marketing strategy goes beyond using tactics to market your music online. Right. So instead, use. So he said, I don't get this. It's not really. It's like he kind of telling me something. He said, an effective digital music strategy goes beyond using tactics to market on music online, and that's correct. That's what we just said. Yes, it does. Marketing basically is raising awareness. That's all marketing is. Whether that be, range of things, self-help awareness, sex awareness, health awareness, all that is marketed. We constantly being marketed to, if y'all don't pay attention, every day. Every time you wake up, every time you turn on your TV, every time you open your phone or look at your laptop, you're constantly being marketed. So it's good to learn about the industry, learn how to market in that industry, learn how to raise the awareness of what you're doing. And that's what Work Smart 24/7 is all about, y'all. Basically about teaching artists how to raise the level of awareness so that they properly get their products and service to the people that they need to get to. You know, so be on the lookout for more videos to come right now. This is the first introduction video. We're gonna have many videos coming out. I'm thinking about releasing one probably once a week or once every other week. Just stay tuned in. Make sure y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and remember, every artist has a story. I'm about to say a different story, yeah, that too, but some of them be the same nowadays. But every artist has a story. Make your story unique. Give it to the world. Stay blessed.